Hey, Nahom here from Five Senses Academy. Thank you for joining me today. Today I specifically want to talk to parents. And I want to talk to parents about how to really connect with your preschooler. And I'm going to suggest one simple trick that would really make sure that you connect with your preschooler each and every day. If you're interested in this subject, please stick around. Okay, so you're tired. You just came from work. You go pick up your child at their preschool and they are so energetic, so wired. Just start talking up a storm, asking you questions about everything. And all you want to do is unwind from the stressful day you had at the office. Ever been there before? If you have, you understand why it's so hard to connect with your child at that moment. It's hard to be present. And today I'd like to talk to you about being present. If you're just present with your child, in the moment with your child, for just 10 minutes a day, it will make a world of difference. 10 minutes that you give your child a day, which is not asking for a lot. Many times, mothers who wish they could stay at home but cannot because honestly, the financial obligations in life keeps them from doing so. And then there are other parents who just really like their job and really like their career and really like to go to work. But that doesn't mean they don't want to spend time with their child or their children. That doesn't mean that they want to give up on connecting with their children altogether. But still, find that right balance between having a career and connecting with your child could be a little tricky. But today I want to offer a solution. This is not the whole solution, but this is a part of the solution. A very important thing that you can do to connect with your child is be present. Be in the moment. When you really think about what it means to be in the moment and what it means to be present, this can be a really daunting subject. But listen, hear me out. I have a cheat sheet. You ready for it? 2 times a day, you're going to give your child 10 minutes. Now, you're going to give them 10 minutes of your undivided attention. Now, when I'm talking about undivided attention, I'm not talking about you're sitting with them but thinking about the meal you're about to cook or what you're going to do in the office or thinking about anything else but them. You're going to literally push the pause button on all those thoughts that's running through your mind, and you're going to focus completely on your child. Completely and totally on your child, okay? I'm going to give you an example how to do this. In the morning when you wake up, when you go wake up your child, take deep breaths, put aside your thoughts. If you're feeling stressed, acknowledge that you're feeling stressed. Acknowledge that you feel like you have a lot going on today. Look at the time and say, okay, I realize I'm stressed, but for 10 minutes, I'm going to give my child undivided attention. You go wake up your child, and for 10 minutes, you completely listen and connect with their child. If your child doesn't wake up bouncy, like a lot of the kids I know, you might not want to do it as soon as they wake up. You might want to do it at the breakfast table. Sometime in the morning, give your child 10 minutes of you. And the second time you're going to give to your child is when you pick them up from school. Before you even get out your car or walk into the center door or the preschool door, take a deep breath, let it out. Remind yourself of what you're going to do. Acknowledge where you are. A very important part of being present is acknowledging yourself first. So, I'm angry right now with what my boss did. I recognize that. I'm going to put it aside to spend some time with my child. I'm very sad. I heard some really bad news. Okay, I'm going to kind of put a pause on that for a little while, and I'm going to give my child 10 minutes. Whatever it is you need to do. So when you walk into your child's classroom, your centered yoke is, hi, baby. Hey, honey. Hey, my boo. Hey, however terms of endearment that you use for your child, nicknames, whatever, and you connect. They're going to be excited, maybe running around, maybe want to show you something. Walk into the classroom, have a seat, and let them show you what they're showing you. If they want to explain something to you, if they want to show you some artwork or tell you what happened during the day or introduce you to a friend, whatever it is, at that moment, nothing else is going on. Nothing else is going on. It's just you and your child. You're taking that 10 minutes. Now, if they're just ready to go, you can leave with your child, but listen to them as you're walking down the street or you're driving in the car. Listen to what they're saying. Talk to them, engage them, and make sure you're completely and totally aware of them. This may be a little difficult at first, so I'm going to give you some suggestions on how to do that. You're going to ask yourself a couple of questions. Number one, let's say your child is Johnny and you've just made up your mind that you're going to spend 10 minutes with them. As you sit with Johnny, first question to ask yourself, how is Johnny feeling right now? Acknowledge how Johnny's feeling. Is Johnny feeling sad, happy, excited, uncomfortable, frustrated, angry? What are his feelings at that moment? Ask yourself that and answer it in your head. Number two, as your child is communicating with you, what are they trying to say? What are they trying to communicate? Because, at this point, they're finding their words. They're learning new language. They're learning how to express themselves. And it's very important for you to hear some of the words that they do not say. So be aware of what your child is trying to say to you. Ask yourself this, okay, what is Johnny saying to me right now? So the first question you're asking is, how is Johnny feeling? Number two, what is Johnny trying to communicate to me right now? Thirdly, ask yourself, how would I like Johnny to feel after our interaction? Would I like him to know that I love him? Would I like him to feel safe? Would I like him to feel smart, intelligent, happy, content? What is it that I'm trying to pass on to Johnny right now? Now, a lot of that can come from how he was feeling. The first question, how is Johnny feeling? At the end of your interaction with Johnny, you just might want him to feel safe, If Johnny's just excited and in a good mood, you might just want to let Johnny know that you're proud of him and the work he's doing at school. So think about what it is you want to leave with Johnny at the end of your interaction. So number one, how is Johnny feeling? Number two, what is Johnny trying to communicate? And number three, how would I like Johnny to feel at the end of this interaction? Listen, this is the time when children have a lot to say. Preschoolers, they have a lot to say. They have a lot they're trying to tell you. They have stories for days. But if you give them that 10 minutes, now that's not to say you have to be limited to 10 minutes. This is just the start, But if you give your child 10 minutes of your undivided attention, both in the morning and when you see them in the evening, it will make a world of difference. When it's time to cook dinner, you won't find yourself absent-mindedly just pushing them away or just getting so irritated with little simple things that children do. Because children are going to be children. They're going to tug on your clothes. They're going to ask you a million questions. They're going to want to spend time with you. But if you give them that time without them having to ask from the very beginning, you'll see a very big change in your interaction. Be present. Some of the items that keep us from being present is our cell phone, internet, our minds racing, our computers, other people, friends. Give your child this time. In 24 hours, surely 20 minutes of undivided time to your child is the least you can do. You're the most important resource that your child has. And although everything is pulling at you from every different direction, work, careers, school, if you're going to school, friends, neighbors, family, but this little precious child is relying on you to learn about their world. First you, then their teachers. So it's very, very important that you connect with them. Be present. Be mindful of what's going on and give it to them. Thanks for coming by and chatting. I really enjoyed this. I'll see you again tomorrow.